Good morning, brothers and sisters in America and all over the world. Welcome to another morning devotion. To start this day, let us offer a bow to our Heavenly Parent and true parents. 존중인 참부님께 경배. Now I'd like to invite Reverend Milhan Stephen to lead us to our family pledge.
가정맹세 1. 천혜의 극주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본향 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조의 상인 지상천국과 천상천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 천혜의 극주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 충신, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 천혜의 극주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과皇族권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 천혜의 극주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조의 상인 천주대 가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 천혜의 극주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 천상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 천혜의 극주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참부모님의 대신 가정으로서 천운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 천혜의 극주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 천혜의 극주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 천혜의 극 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상천국과 천상천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Thank you, Reverend Milhan. Now I'd like to invite Mr. Christopher Bush to offer a prayer for this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Please join me in prayer. Dear loving Heavenly Parent, we're so grateful to be alive, to have a new day to offer to you. And each day is an offering. You prepared the day just like preparing a beautiful meal. We'll go outside, breathe the fresh air and a beautiful sunrise. Getting up this early is a special experience for each one of us. Father, especially in this time, you have so much that you prepare for us. If we're willing to share the day and spend the day with you, even with a busy schedule, you prepare our circumstances and give us opportunities to meet the people, to be in the right place at the right time. Father, we really are only doing barely 5% of that. You're doing the rest of the work, and you're just asking us to step out with faith. So we really want to begin this day with purpose, and we have eager hearts as children waiting to hear the special message for the day. Thank you so much for this day as a gift to us. And I'm going to offer it to you, and I report this in the name of Christopher and Mari Bush, Blessed Central Family. Adieu.
아주 thank you, Christopher. Heavenly moon bush. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Christopher. Thank you for joining us. For those of you who just joined us on Zoom or on Facebook Live, now it's time to go into our breakout rooms to share our gratitudes for this morning. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for sharing in your breakout rooms and for our sharing this morning. The first one, I would like to invite Gaspar and Tatiana to share. Sorry, I don't know how to say your last name, but please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good morning again. Thank you for this new opportunity.
The baby, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
His name is Gas from Gaspar and Tina from Titin.
Yeah.
And thank you for this morning for sharing again our appreciation. And I was in the same group with Diane. I call her in French. And so all this week, I was thinking about Three Father prayer in Twin Peaks in 1993, California. I think that is the early land of California, Twin Peaks. It was in May 24 when Three Father said, to responsibility, it remained in his agenda, his presidential agenda. The unification of Korea, which was the urgent slogan motto of this year, and how to draw a straight way in order to restore peaceful African people so that they can restore the responsibility to lead the world. And Three Father said, for this two responsibility, I will do my best. If I must go to the bottom of the hell, I will do it in order to bring back these people in the person of God. So, and after Three Father went to the spiritual world, I take all my time to think about these 2 points. I see the situation in Korea and I see the situation in African province, African people, and I was asking the question myself, what I do in order to add Three Father to realize that kind of purpose. I think that Korea was not united, and African people situation was so difficult, providentially, externally, as internally. So, because when I think about Salman, the King Salman, when he inaugurated the palace, the Israeli kingdom was united. But when Three Father united the original palace, when I see the situation of the Korea, I was asking question to know if really, as Central Blessed Family, we understand our responsibility before Three Parents. I think that now Three Mother is alive. What I can do, how to do my best in order to accept this Three Father ideal. That is my offering pledge of every day.
Thank you, thank you. I think you are not the other part. You are always God's part. Your name is God's part. Always your name, because of your name, never go to any other part, only God's part. Thank you so much for your sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Good morning, everybody. I'm really grateful this morning through our Heavenly Parents and our true parents. I was sharing about the importance to be proud and to love our true parents. It's really important to be proud of our true parents because they found a great truth in this world. And we have to share the truth just like our true parents teach us. We have not to, sometimes speaking French. Sometimes we have thinking about how to share this is not easy, it's difficult. I think that we have just to share because God is with us when we share divine principle like our true father teaches us.
Yes.
It's really important to be proud of our true parents and to share the truth just like true father teaches. So this my thinking this morning and my grateful. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Titine.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing this morning. And for the next person, I'd like to invite Sayaka Imamura, if you can share.
Okay, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, my appreciation for today is that oh, I just forgot what I shared, but yeah, basically I'm always grateful for how there's day and night, and then how I can start every morning new, and then with new determination every day. And also, yes, recently there's been this like two birds, doves, coupled that are flying over around my house, and then they come to our windows and then like peek inside our house, and then like they're always the same couple, the same two doves, and then I know that because they have like feathers sticking out of their head. And then, yeah, it's really nice to see them. And then also this month, there's going to be a blessing ceremony with your mother. And then my brother, he's receiving blessing. So yeah, it's really nice to see the two dove couples, and then also like how I can relate to my brother's blessing, and then how our family and their family are like coming together and starting anew. So it's not just a spring season, but then like a spring within our family as well. So I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah, also you need to have a pair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now it's time for our internal guidance. So I'd like to invite Dr. Yong to lead us with that. Thank you.
안녕하세요. Good morning. Good morning. Ohayo gozaimasu. Ni hao ma. Bonjour. Buenos dias. Buongiorno. Guten Morgen. Selamat pagi. Dobraya utra. Peace. Salam. Salam alaikum. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Sawadee-kap. Namaste. My dear brothers and sisters, clergies and ambassador for peace, 안녕하십니까? Yesterday, I talked about ministry of serving with the heart of the parent and the body of a servant, part 3. Today, one more day, I'd like to talk about same topic, centering on the ministry of serving with the heart of the parents and the body of a servant. Recently, I'm talking about what kind of the ministry are you doing. I introduce my own ministry based on our true parents' guidance. So you already learn about the 10 point, and then learn another 8 point, you know. So I have been talking for 4 days. So with the content that my ministry is a ministry of embodying the heart of the parents and the body of a servant in resemblance to true parents. Today, this one is the last part of this topic. So I'd like to invite Heavenly Honey to read Father's word.
If you die for the world with a parental heart, you will go to heaven. Parents can sacrifice themselves for the sake of their children. So, if a person dies for the sake of the world with the same parental heart, that person will go to heaven. Therefore, what is the standard to entering heaven? It is to sacrifice oneself for the sake of the will, just as a parent would sacrifice for the sake of their child. Hence, if a child becomes someone who is capable of sacrificing themselves for the sake of the world, just as they sacrifice themselves for their parents, heaven can be achieved. Thus, up until now, what has been the purpose behind our blood, sweat, and tears while embracing the heart of a parent with the body of a servant? It was for the sake of the world. Those who say they live for the world but do not live for the sake of their own sons and daughters are liars. Only when you live for the sake of the world can you become a leader in the satanic world. Therefore, I am doing the work that will determine the standard on how to serve as a model for heaven in real life.
Thank you, Heavenly Honey, always for your beautiful voice. You know, what we need to know is that the realm of the heart of the parents is the top in the 4 great realms of heart. The realm of heart of children is a formation level. The realm of heart of the sibling is the growth level. The realm of heart of couple is the entrance of the realm of the completion. At the realm of heart of parents is perfection of the realm of heart. This is a very, very important point I am telling you. After growing up from children, growing up as brothers and sisters, growing up until the top of the growth stage, and the couple are blessed, they enter the completion level, and as they give birth and raise children, the realm of heart of the parents are completed. This is the point. You know, my brothers and sisters, you know, baby need to grow up. The level of the baby, let's say that like a formation stage. And then baby growing with, you know, his own brother, her own brothers and sisters, and growing and growing and growing until top of the growth stage. And then they will meet through parents. They will receive a blessing, right? And then what I'm talking to you, that children's heart and then siblings' heart, they can grow up until maximum, can grow up until top of the growth stages. That's why in order to solve the problem all of the world, you cannot solve the problem by just only children's heart, not just only siblings' heart. The democratic world we are talking about, we are same brothers and sisters, you know, that's fine. We reach until that level, we are really, you know, that kind of the brotherhood. But this level is not yet completion level, just under the top of the growth stages. However, in order to enter the wall of the completion stage, which is the wall of heart, need to begin from husband and wife, centering on conjugal heart. So centering on brothers and sisters' heart, children's heart, you cannot enter the realm of the completion. Very, very important point. How can I enter the wall of heart, which is a completion stage? It begins from conjugal's heart. So as a husband and wife, when you receive the blessing, and then starting family, 40-day separation, and then 3-day ceremony, finally, you give birth to baby, and then baby growing and growing, become teenager, 20, they marry, and then through the serving your children, and then your heart as a parent is growing and growing and growing. And finally, your heart as the parents become completion. So that's why the heart of the parents is final stages, final destination. So to experience the parental heart, you need to start from the baby and growing, and you need to experience the siblings' love, and then until top of the growth stage. And then when you receive blessing, you need to experience conjugal love. And then after you having a baby, take care of them, growing and growing, finally, you reach to the heart of the parents. So the heart of the parents is a completion of your heart. This is a really amazing Father's guidance. So without parental heart means already you are reached to completion stage, completion of the completion stages. Wow. When you have that kind of parental heart, already your heart is complete. Already you have experienced 4 realms of heart, already 3 great kingship into the world, into the stage of the completion. And then finally you become the perfection of your heart. And then with this kind of the parental heart, you need to wear servant's body. Your body, even though your heart is the highest and then deepest, very high level, your parental love and heart can embrace, can love anyone, even though you have that kind of heart of the parents. Your body need to go down, not growth stage, not formation stage, and under the formation stage, like a servant's level, not servant's level, servant of a servant level, like a bottom line. And then your heart is the highest, and then your body go down, and then bottom. Have to be humble. Have to be humble, like a bottom line. So when you have that kind of parental heart with servant's body, this is the ideal way to complete my perfection. Wow. When I realized this point, how much amazing it is. That's why now democratic society, communism society as a Cain and Abel cannot solve this problem centering on siblings love. Cannot. Only can go maximum top of the growth stage. So without experience of parental heart, without appearing the parents, you cannot solve the horizontal problems. When children fight each other as an elder brother, younger brother, elder sister, younger sister, fight each other, who can stop their fighting? Only parents need to come down. That's why now in this world, need to have parents. Therefore, Messiah need to come as the true parents. Parentism. We call it a heavenism. This is How much important about that? When we reach to parental heart, this highest level, and then deeper than anything, wider than anything, higher than anything, because already all kinds of experience, children's heart, siblings' heart, conjugal's heart, finally reach to maximum stage. That is parental heart. So with this kind of parental heart, and then wearing someone's body, serving your individual, serving your family, serving your tribe and nation, and finally serving the world. What Father said, the title here, if you die for the world with a parental heart, you will go to heaven. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Very important point. Very important point. Just children's heart and siblings' heart, your heart cannot make it perfection. Cannot. The kingdom of heaven begins from husband and wife, from pair, not from single person, not from individual at all. That's why even though how much you love your father and mother, there is a limitation. That's why we need to reach that kind of parental heart. God is our parents. When I become parents, then finally we understand God is my father and mother. We understand how much God as a parent invest and invest and invest, give and give and give and give, and sacrifice and sacrifice, and then really using his body, with wearing the servants of the servant body, and then forget what I sacrificed, forget what I have given, forget what I have invested, and totally serving. If we have that kind of a heart, parental heart, and truly serving, with wearing the servant's body, Father said, this is the final stages. Which one can do more than this? I totally admire by our true parents' guidance. Since the realm of the heart of the parents is the perfection of the heart, it is the deepest, widest, and highest. Parental heart can embrace and understand, love everything. The heart of the parents is the heart of the heavenly parents. If you serve the world and die for the world with the heart of that kind of parental heart and wearing the body of a servant, Father said, without exception, everybody can go to the heaven. The reason why God sent Jesus, the only begotten Son, is because he so loved the world. That's why Bible say, John chapter 3, verse 16, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. Heavenly parents send the Messiah not for individual, not for the family level, not just on the nation level. God loved the world. That's why this entire globe, entire world is like a Garden of Eden. My stage is not just only my family and my tribe and my nation. That's why we need to have the same kind of concept like God and like our true parents. Our level should be centering on world stages. That's why we need to raise up our children, not just as a filial sons and daughters, not just only patriot. We need to raise up them as a saints and saints who really can love the world. Bible said very clearly here. believe in whoever believe in Jesus. Jesus loved he loved the world, and then shall not perish, but have eternal life. That's why I think our brothers and sisters, we need to raise up our children centering on that kind of great vision. You know, to love God, you need to love the world like your body with the heart of the parents. Everyone has to go to the standard of loving the world. What is the standard to going to heaven? Just as parents sacrifice for their children, heaven will be established if you become the person who can make such sacrifices for the greater world. The ultimate destination for us to have shed tears, blood, and sweat with the heart of the parents and wearing the body of the servant is to love the world. Then you will automatically love God based on that standard. The reason why God has chosen me is to love the world through me. Therefore, we need to embrace all people and 5 colored races with the heart of the parents and serve them with the body of a servant for them. Wow, today I am really, really inspired, Father's word here. What does it mean? If you die for the world with a parental heart. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Okay, let's invite Heavenly Honey again.
The standard that can overcome the limitations of the fall of the first human ancestors. Then what is the standard for heaven? It is the family. Then what is the model to building a nation? It is also the family. Therefore, you need to be able to make sacrifices for the sake of your children, centering on love, and never desire any compensation for what you gave. You need to be able to stand in such a position. In fact, you should lament that you cannot give more. When you have such a heart, your children will follow your example. They will appreciate you for it, become determined to do as you did, and pick up your burdens in your place. You should create such an environment as this. If you do not, you will not be able to overcome the obstacle of the Han, resentment, of the fall that occurred in the Garden of Eden.
Thank you, Heavenly Honey. The standard that can overcome the limitation of the fall of the first human ancestor. Just now I mentioned that I want to repeat again. In order to enter the wall of heart, which is the completion stage, you cannot enter completion stage just centering on siblings' heart. Not just centering on children's heart. Never, never. Children's heart, siblings' heart become foundation. However, how can you enter the perfection stage? Need to start with your spouse. In order to enter the war of heart, which is a completion stage, without your spouse, it is impossible. Kingdom of heaven do not allow anyone, you don't have a spouse. No, because it's a heavenly law is like that. And then, conjugal love is just a beginning step. To become to reach completion stage of the completion, you need to have the parental heart. So, to overcome top of the growth stage, one way, you need to have a parental heart. You need to have a real experience as a parent. You need to really have your spouse. You need to really have your own children. You need to have really your own brothers and sisters. Otherwise, you never graduate the top of the growth stage. Top of the growth. Kingdom of heaven do not welcome. This is a principle. So where do the standard for loving my tribe, nation, and the world come from? Father said, it comes from family. At home, parents should love the nation and world with the heart of the sacrifice, commitment for their children. The standard of sacrificing with the heart of the parents and the body of the servant has already gone beyond the level of the top of the growth stage. The world below top of the growth stage does not know the love of parents. It does not know how to serve others with wearing the body of a servant. Because Adam and Eve had fallen before becoming parents, they do not know parents' heart. Adam and Eve do not know parental heart. Therefore, the attitude and the life of the parent's heart and wearing the body of the servant is to already practice the life of faith of perfection standard. When you practice parental heart and wearing the servant's body, your life already practicing the life of faith of the perfection standard already. Outside people, of course, even though they marry, they do not know. But we already know divine principle. Okay, Heavenly Honey?
Then when you give, how should you give? You should not give others the scraps from your plate. Do you understand? If you give others your scraps, even if they eat it, they will feel upset and spit at you. When giving rice cakes, if there are 5, but you pick at each rice cake before giving it to them, they will feel even more upset than if you hadn't given them any. This is what will happen. They will feel more upset than if you didn't give anything. When giving to others, if you just give about half out of 5, they will be grateful. But if you pick each one up and put it back on, the person accepting the rice cakes will complain afterwards. That is what will happen. Therefore, when you give, how should you give? You should give together with God. What does it mean to give with God? It is to have a parental heart. Have the heart of a parent and the body of a servant. Why must you have the body of a servant? To free other servants, you must become an even greater servant. Are not the people of the world descended from servants? In order for God to save these servants, for him to love these servants, how difficult must it be? Do you think it would be easy?
Thank you, Heavenly Honey. When you give, how should you give? Father said, you should not give others the scraps from your plate. If you give the scraps from your plate, it is worse than if you had not given them any. Then in what kind of the attitude do you give it? You need to give with God. In other words, give with heart of parents. Heart of parents giving and giving and giving and forget what I have given and never remember what I have given. This is the parental heart. Exactly same as God's heart. Sacrifice and forget what I have sacrificed and still want to sacrifice more. Exactly this is God's heart. parental heart. Why should you wear the body of a servant? To save a servant, you need to be a servant more than a servant. Can you imagine God, the Almighty God, powerful God? He's the King of a king. But because of the fallen man, become servant of a servant. Archangel was a servant, but Archangel controlled Adam and Eve. That's why the position of Adam and Eve become servant of a servant. To save the servant of a servant, God need to come down, take off his clothes, king's clothes, come down, and then become the slave, same as a human being. Need to become slave, otherwise you cannot give and take, otherwise you cannot save any human being. That's why Father said, how difficult must it be? God forget his dignity or his authority and then come down. Not growth stage, not formation stage, under the formation stage, even hell of the hell. Can you imagine wearing servants, wearing the servant's body? Not simple matter. However, even though heart is highest, but your body level is lowest. With this kind of the attitude, you can embrace a nation, you can embrace your tribe, you can embrace entire world. This is God's ministry. Do you understand? This is a tearful God's ministry. He has parental heart. Never give up. Never give up you. Never give up me. Never give up any human being. With this kind of the parental heart. And then God need to, to save me. He need to wear the slave's clothes. Slave's position. Such almighty God, so powerful God, to save me, he need to come down all the way. Can you imagine? That was our God. That was our true Father. That was our true Mother. Therefore, our ministry, our body come down until become servant of a servant. Always humble, always obey with a parental heart. That is God's ministry. That is our true parents' ministry. I want to resemble our true parents, that kind of ministry. Father said, if you have that kind of parental heart, that kind of the servant's, wearing that kind of servant's body, Father said, using this kind of attitude to serve the world without exception. Father said, I am telling you, guarantee, you can enter kingdom of heaven. In our family, we are loving, we learn how to love our children, how to love my brothers and sisters, how to love my spouse. Each one of my family, they are representative of the world. My children, they are representative of the entire children in the world. Brothers and sisters, if I can love my brothers and sisters in my family, and when you get out from your home, you can love anyone. You are black people, white people, what kind of people, does not matter. You can love them as my own brothers and sisters. And then, as a parent, you can embrace anyone as your own children with this kind of parental heart, serving black people, white people, yellow people, beyond national boundaries, beyond color. Father said, you can enter the kingdom of heaven. Beautiful, isn't it? That's why I love Father's ministry. The ministry of what? Ministry of what? Parental heart wearing servant's body. This one already you are practicing, perfect, centering on perfection level. If all UC members, if we have this kind of ministry centering on parental heart, wearing servant's body, wow, you can feel anywhere, God always with you. And always you can develop and multiply. Jesus said, you can gain the eternal life. That's why Father saying that you need to live for the sake of others. In detail, what does it mean? Living for the sake of others means what? Centering on parental heart and wearing servant's body. This is a really top secret. How to conquer the world, how to conquer my spouse, how to conquer my neighbor, how to conquer my Cain. This is a top secret. This is the way to, subjugate anything centering on true love. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yong, for today's tough secrets. Yeah, it's amazing how we can learn from you. And I think this heart is really the kind of heart that our true father had, and also the kind of heart mother has right now. The ability to embrace everyone and really live for the sake of the world. Thank you for that. And so now that we've received so much, it's time to share our reflection with our brothers and sisters. If you're watching on Facebook Live, please share with people around you. And if you're going to watch this later, also enjoy your sharing and take this time to reflect. And yeah, let us go into our breakout rooms and share with each other. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for sharing. And for today, I'd like to invite the BB couple to share their first reflection. Please unmute yourself.
Good morning. Thank you. When you're in the room with Diane, you got to be ready to be chosen. So we're really.
And then Karen, Bibi.
Good morning, Dr.
Good
Young.
morning, Dr. Young.
Thank you for your message this morning. Yeah, I think, we've heard this slogan from Father in the heart of a parent, in the shoes of a servant. But, through your expression, it somehow becomes more understandable and deep. Yes, we have to, reach that kind of heart towards people, really see and love people from God's position, God's heart. But we have to do it from the position of a servant. And this point that you made about, or Father said that, everybody is a descendant of a servant position.
Yeah.
From Satan. We're all descended from Satan through the fall. So we have to be greater servants in order to win them.
Yeah.
So that was a deep point for me to.
Yeah, you got it. Yes, thank you. Karen, why don't you share?
I feel sometimes we listen to hymns in the morning after morning service, after this morning gathering. And I'm just thinking about this song, How Great Thou Art. And my feeling is after this is how great two parents are. I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah, Karen, I understand your heart. Thank you for your sharing. Can you imagine, Karen? God, to save a human being, most of them are in the hell of the hell. God need to come down to the hell of the hell. Wow. He need to forget everything, his position, everything. So in order to save me, can you imagine, king or queen, and then, forget his position and then need to eat together such a dirty food and dirty environment? Wow. Can you imagine, forget his dignity as a king of the king. And then, to save me, always with us together. So our true Father, can you imagine his dignity, how much high, how much powerful? But he need to come down and go to the prison. Hungnam prison is like the lowest, the most terrible prison, the prison of the prison. And then he go down the bottom line and then, serving the people. Oh, can you imagine? In the prison of the prison, he shared half of the food and then give it to his neighbors. Can you imagine about our Father's life? As a servant of a servant, even though he came as the Messiah, he come down all the way in the prison of the prison and then share half of the food. Any food come and then give it to the people. who showed that kind of exemplary life. That's why our true parents must be the Messiah. You know, he's the really holy man in the prison. He's a friend about the testify, and then his book became very famous in Korea in the past. And then he said, you know, many people say the Father Moon descended, all kind of the issue, but he said, I am only one thing I'm telling you the truth. What I see, only one thing. He is the holy man. He's a saint in the prison. Just only I'm telling you what I saw in the Hungnam prison. That was the father's life.
I agree. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. Yeah, it's very, yeah. Thank you for sharing, and thank you, Dr. Young, for adding that. The next person that I'd like to choose for reflection is Feli Pongo. If you can share your reflection. Please unmute yourself. Feli Pongo. Okay, maybe they're not here. All right, I would. It's okay. Thank you for your sharings, and yeah, thank you, Dr. Young, for today's internal guidance. That was very deep, and as you were sharing, I was reflecting on True Parents' life, and really, Father. Yeah, it's so painful being in prison when he was telling the truth, but people didn't understand him. But yeah, so for today's daily reminders, we just would like to remind everyone to invite someone, especially from your Trinity. This is a great way to connect at a artistic level, and attending every day is also very great, especially on Zoom, because we get the chance to really connect with our brothers and sisters. And yeah, it's a different experience than watching live. So yeah, attending on Zoom is really, yeah, it's really great. And as always, we have the link for a donation in the chat. We also have it on Facebook. You can see it, I think, down below or in the live stream. And yeah, you can just give whatever you can, and that would be really appreciated to support our morning devotion ministry. So for our musical offering today, we have a lovely sister, Sarah Rendell, who's gonna offer a song for us, I believe.
Hi, good morning, everyone. It's so nice to see all of you this morning. So I'd just like to offer this song this morning. It's a Korean folk song. It's called Boribat.
Yeah, Boribat Sarah. Finally, you appear now. You. Thank you for your listening my request. Thank you,
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes. So Boribat translates to in the barley field. So please enjoy.
Yes. Wow, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
감사합니다.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Wow, that was wow. It's so beautiful. Thank you. I'm gonna wait for another song next time. I want to hear it again. Thank you. Oh wow. Yes, for our offering prayer or closing prayer today, I would like to invite Barbara Robertson, to offer a closing prayer. Please unmute yourself.
Morning. Okay, let's pray. Oh, most loving Heavenly Parent, when we think about how much you love us, we feel so overwhelmed that no matter how many times we betrayed you or blamed you or got angry with you, you didn't stop to love us. And now we want to be your sons and daughters who can love like that, who can see all the pain and suffering and bad action in the world and have compassion for the people who are so struggling because they don't know true parents, and they create so much suffering for themselves and others because they just don't know the truth. And we're so sorry that we couldn't share your word quick enough and wide enough and far enough to restore this, your kingdom, because you've been waiting far too long. And we are so grateful for our true mother, and we really want to love our true mother. How much we love our true mother. So we just really want to be there for her and get this job done. Thank you for bringing us Dr. Yong and all the precious brothers and sisters every morning on this Zoom call. May you bless and hold them all the days of their lives. I pray this in my name, Barbara Robertson, of the Robertson Blessed Central family. Aju.
아주 thank you, 바바라. 감사합니다. Thank you.
Wow, thank you for that closing prayer. Today's morning devotion was filled with so much tears and really love. I can feel it even in breakout rooms. So thank you for sharing and thank you for attending. And with that, we'll see you tomorrow again for another morning devotion. Goodbye, everyone.
감사합니다. Thank you.
감사합니다, Dr.
Thank you so much. Goodbye, everybody.
Have a great day.